From Fujitsu, welcome to MWC 22 in Barcelona. For 3 years, we've been waiting for this to happen, and now the buzz has begun, and people just take a look outside the show. People coming into the show now, it's what they've been waiting for, and as they come into this hall, this is what they're going to see. This is the Fujitsu stand. So what have we got here? A quick chat round some of the exhibition areas, some of the demonstrations, experts to talk to people. It's about Fujitsu's network vision. Where are we now? This is in the public 5G area. And of course, we're not just talking 5G, 6G as well. 5G, 6G, radio technology, optical transport. There's huge excitement to what people are going to be able to see. And one of the key things which the whole exhibition is talking about is about sustainability. Throughout the show, the Fujitsu stand is where we have found people gathering. Partners, pundits, and Fujitsu people.
Well, it feels really, really good to have Mobile World Congress back. And I think also this Mobile Congress is showing something different. It's not so much about technology or devices. It's because we can really see how technology is already transforming our businesses, our lives, and our society. I also think that the industry itself is showing very dynamic. So the industry is in a very different momentum to previous Mobile World Congresses. And we see the industry growing. So I think it's good news for all us that the investment worldwide in IT is going to grow by 3.5%. And in Spain is going to grow by 5%. Fujitsu is also presenting to the market his new global brand that is UVANS, that is Universal Advanced. So it shows our commitment with making a better world based on technology. We are working on healthy living, sustainable manufacturing, consumer experience, and trusted society. We need to trust in technology as we are more and more going to depend and rely on technology.
Why would you say here at MWC 22 that Fujitsu are the people to talk to? Clearly you are going to say that, but what I'm really after is why? What's the differentiator with Fujitsu?
It's the breadth of capability. So, you know, from being able to build and deploy software-defined radios, to be able to leverage, quantum type technologies, AI, machine learning, but also the basics. You know, the integration with service management. You know, how to run these things from an operational perspective. And provide service desks to your people. These sort of things. So it's a whole breadth of capability. I think that really differentiates Fujitsu in this space.
What difference does it make to a company like Fujitsu the fact that its own people are themselves getting involved in sustainability? What's the knock-on effect for the company as a whole?
I mean, it pretty much says it all, that the people who work at Fujitsu are, from my end, fantastic in a way that you can see the involvement and interest that they have on it. It's not just the day-to-day work that they have to do, which of course is part of it, but they are taking part, they are getting involved, they're putting that extra effort into making a positive impact in it.
The joy, of course, of being at MWC 22 here in Barcelona is we can actually see people, talk to them, meet with them.
Absolutely, the first day was amazing. So much talks, internally as well with the customers. You meet here on the booth, and that's why I openly speak, I invite everybody to come to Fujitsu's booth, see us, discuss with us the new features, talking about sustainability and about our products we do have. We can make the world a little bit better, and we have the right answers and solutions for you.
Networks traditionally have been closed. And what that means is that innovation is stifled, cost is driven up. And so Fujitsu, over the last 5 years, what we've been doing is to open those interfaces so that you can have multiple vendors put together components to build RAN. We've put together an ecosystem of partners so that we can have an open radio access network. There are networks today that are running on open networks, open RAN, from a radio access network perspective. We're doing that in Japan, we're doing that in Europe, we're doing that in North America with many of our customers. It's a reality.
The data in a public network go anywhere. You do not know where the data are. But if you have your own private network, you know the source, you know the way, and you know the destination. So it's much more secure because you know where the data are.
How excited are you by the interest that you are now clearly getting in Fujitsu's enterprise 5G networks, the closed networks?
I'm Fujitsu and I'm convinced about Fujitsu. This is the reason why I work for Fujitsu. And overall, Fujitsu has a 25-year experience in the public network. And now we bring it down to the enterprise. We know what we say to the customer. We know how we speak. And we can optimize the business of the customer because we know the network and we have really big knowledge about manufacturing, we have knowledge about health, we have knowledge about all what the customer needs, and we know this technology of 5G.
Let's talk to one of our partner experts, Dmitry Belochkin. Just first of all, talk to us for a moment, if you could, about the partnership and the importance of partnership between Trend Micro and Fujitsu.
Thank you, Michael. So Trend Micro is the leader on cybersecurity market for more than 30 years. And we bring the values to our customers through our technology. You mentioned people. People are quite important. They develop this threat intelligence that we put in our products. But technology is nothing without proper implementation and proper, business context. So we're really happy to cooperate with Fujitsu, where you can take our technology on a safe journey to your customers, to our customers, to make your services better with our security threat intelligence inside.
As a lot of people know, IT is coming to telecommunications. So we are using a number of technologies that are currently used by cloud providers, a lot of open source software that are put together to address the need for the 5G O-RAN.
And what about the advantage of O-RAN over a single vendor?
O-RAN allows you to pick pieces of the network equipment or software from best of breed software providers, vendors. So that is one advantage, but the other advantage is that if there are problems in the network, you don't have one vendor trying to solve the solution. You have multiple vendors that are working together to solve the solution, and then that solution can apply to other network providers that are using O-RAN.
We talk about trust a lot. I talked about it a few moments ago. Why do you think that relationship, that partnership with Fujitsu works so well for you?
I think Fujitsu understands the needs of the customers in a future where the technology it's becoming more diversified in the number of solutions, and where really the adaptation to the customer needs is extremely relevant. So Fujitsu is looking into the future and understanding that a platform, an open connectivity platform, is required to be able to serve this heterogeneity, right? And that's exactly the role that we are playing together with Fujitsu.
I think it's going to be a revolution for all this technology. So I think the next year is going to be much better products, better technology, and also a lot of more use cases, because it's really anything that you can think of. So we need to be open-minded, think of really problems, improve things, and then we will see a lot of use cases, because we have the technology that supports them.
It's a really exciting time to be here. I've already seen many new friends come back from before, and it's a great opportunity to catch up with friends and introduce them to some of the new things that we're working on.
And already people coming onto the Fujitsu stand, which looks great.
Yeah.
And is what do you think the particularly interesting areas are of what Fujitsu is showing here? That's probably quite hard to answer.
Well, since the last time we had Mobile World Congress, there's been a lot of exciting things happening. A number of Open RAN deployments have happened around the world. There are a lot of operators who have already deployed it, and we're going to be sharing a little bit about some of the technologies that we've helped them use to make those deployments, as well as a number of things we're doing with private 5G as well. So there's a lot to see here.
Fujitsu's technological innovations and use cases were on display, with experts to explain how Fujitsu's flexible and sustainable networks are at the heart of the new future. One of the great advantages of actually being here at MWC 22 is the ability to have a look, have a go with some of the demonstrations. But we're going to show you now so you can see what is here. Ken, good to see you from Fujitsu. We're going to be talking about digital twins.
Correct.
Tell me, what's that?
So digital twin is a virtual twin of a physical object. So basically here we have this physical robot arm, and then we're going to show you a virtual version of the robot arm.
All right. So there's the actual item that we're going to move. Gualfeng, do you want to just bring this in a little bit? So on here, if the camera can see, there we're seeing two things now on here. We're seeing the actual robot arm, and we're seeing one that is its digital twin, which actually doesn't exist. Yeah. Now in this instance, we're seeing them both together, but in real life, of course, you could be doing this with the digital twin on your screen and the real robot arm, am I right, Ken, somewhere completely different, thousands of miles away?
Correct, and I think that's one of the use cases with having a digital twin, that you can monitor and have a visual view of a physical object while not being near the physical object. A
virtual view of a physical object while not being there. Right, let's have a go. Would you like to move the virtual object? And we should see that the arm moves at the same time.
Yeah.
So there's your buttons.
Okay.
And the arm is we can see both the arm moving in real life, but it's actually the virtual object you're moving, and it twins.
Yeah.
This, of course, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you see the two things and one's not there. And Ken, this is just an example. It's just showing what technology can do. And particularly when you're connected on a private 5G network and you've got the full control of it. Where do you think in reality things like this could be used?
There are many use cases. So this is a robot, but in a factory, for example, you could have a full factory line as a digital twin. So, and operate and have an oversight over factory line without actually being there, which could be a strong use case in the future.
Lovely. Ken, thank you very much indeed. Just part of the excitement of where life is going now on the Fujitsu stand at MWC 22 in Barcelona. One of the things we're talking about at the Fujitsu stand at MWC 22 in Barcelona is innovation. And Mercedes Caceres is an innovation lead within Fujitsu. This is all to do with 5G.
Yes,
We've got a cash machine in front of us, which you tell me has got no money in. However, show me what this innovation is, because this is all pretty exciting.
Yes, perfect. So I'm going to show you, this is a 5G ATM, where we have a demo about a customer experience solution oriented to those people who don't know how to work in the ATM and they don't know how to do an operation. So it will be me making an ATM operation. For example, this would be my first interface, and here I have a tab. I don't know how to go further.
Right, so we're looking now at an ATM which actually offers, in the example we've got, an awful lot more than an ordinary ATM cash machine would offer.
Correct.
So you're wanting to do, let's say, an international transfer.
For example.
You don't know how to do it. You're confused. What do you do?
So in this case, I will call a remote support solution system, which is my companion, my mate here, but he will be far away. And for example, by audio, now I'm contacting with her and he's watching what my smartphone sees. I can speak with her and try to resolve my doubts, and then she can display several elements, augmented reality elements through the screen, to share them with me and to try to make the operation easier for me.
So the whole point of this then is that you've suddenly got proper customer service through 5G on your ATM.
Correct, yeah.
What's important about this?
Well, the importance about this is trying to connect remote experts, which is much more easier for those who are on this, for example, on the plane or here on the ATM, and try to make them support them with technological support.
Yeah, and for the consumer, simple for you, great customer service, and that is what a lot of businesses are needing continually to provide. So there we are. Innovation is exactly what we're talking about here. A great example of it. It's on the Fujitsu stand at MWC 22 here in Barcelona. At MWC 22 in Barcelona, we've come over to, dare I say, one of the quieter areas of the Fujitsu stand. It's busy elsewhere, a moment of relative quietness. Anthony, it's a shame because this is what you need to people to think about. Optical transport, tell us what it's about.
So optical transport, when you're dealing with mobility and RF, eventually everything has to go under the ground or over a pair of fiber. That's the end game, right? To get to the core network where all the fun stuff happens. And transport is required to get there. So there are different ways to handle that kind of transport, whether you're a small cell, whether you have macro cells, different types of cells. But ultimately, this is the way to get that.
And people are missing, in some ways, the importance of this, aren't they? They're missing why they've got to know about this and deal with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what is a shame with this is transport is the big deal. It's the underlayment over everything. You know, the wireless stuff gets all the fame and all the glitz and glamour, and which is great. And it has its uses, but this is the foundation of it all.
Why do you think it's important?
As we start to evolve from 5G to 6G, there is a requirement for more bandwidth. And that includes the transport. You can't just rely on the transport systems that you currently have, because as you grow, while you can add capacity to that existing system, eventually that system will have to change and evolve with your mobility needs. And that's why Fujitsu is a great fit for that, because we are developing chipsets that can be flexible and change with you.
So the exciting thing is that this allows that to happen, and the development of the chips that will facilitate that.
Yes, yes.
Where does this back up the greener side of life?
Well, the greener side of life is held in that chipset itself. We take the power, we minimize it, we cool it more efficiently. We basically take it and become much more of a greener technology from within. And then we incorporate that, and then our systems become more energy efficient. And then therefore, we are just much more greener from there.
Sustainability is a lot of what's being talked about, not just on the Fujitsu stand here at MWC 22, but around the whole show. I'm with Prakash, who's with Fujitsu Germany, and this caught my eye going past. Fujitsu Green Technology, and that's important for you and for your customers.
Yeah, so at Fujitsu side, we are going to implement the technology in two aspects. First aspect is from the software side, and second aspect is towards our hardware side.
And you've got ambitious targets, halving your CO2 emissions by 2025, 3 years' time.
Yes, so this is our target. So to achieve this target, it is our vision that we are enabling the software with our new technology with RIC and SMO, where we are achieving this target. And from the hardware side, we are implementing the antenna in efficient manner so that we can increase the antenna so efficiently with our in-house technology.
How surprised are people when they come on the stand and they see that that is what Fujitsu is aiming to do, halve the CO2 emissions in what? In the next 3 years?
Yeah, so this is the eye catcher for everyone at the moment who is visiting our booth for how we are implementing this green technology, and mostly the focus people are asking how you will achieve this. Are you in the correct roadmap? Then yes, we are in correct roadmap. It is in our vision. In 2022, we have a target to implement that in-house, and our target in 2025 to completely available for our customers.
In the last 20 seconds, just tell me, does this make it more expensive or is it more economical?
No, it is more economical. If you will go to the next slide, if you can see that how economical it is. So it is basically reduce the power emission by 30%, and again when our system is running on high capacity, and it will reduce the power consumption by
what?
By 30% of conventional system.
And that must be great news for everyone. Prakash, good to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
One of the fun things here on the Fujitsu stand at MWC 22 in Barcelona is to see the innovations and the application of new innovations. Ken here, who's a product designer and you work with new products in Tokyo for Fujitsu. Just tell us what you've got here. It's all to do with AI, isn't it?
Yes, so this is a very simple demo of how you can in real time inspect or monitor a picking order.
Now there's a camera above the parts, so show us what happens if you pick it in the right order.
So we start with the first one, and then with the second one, and then with the third one.
And we can see on the screen there, the camera has seen what you're doing and it's interpreted it, and you've got that green tick.
Yes.
Okay, you got it right. Pop them back again, and let's imagine you're putting the wrong parts in the wrong order, whatever. Show us what happens.
Yeah. So then I'll try to pick the last part first, then, and then we can see that it's a red light there for fail.
So straight away, you've done it the wrong way. The system has spotted that, and there's a fail.
Yeah.
Okay. This is about connectivity and 5G, and the excitement in this is it's a combination of both AI, the artificial intelligence, and I imagine the ability to know it will work if you've got a 5G private enterprise network under your control.
Yeah, if you have a private 5G network, like providing connectivity will be much more flexible. Like electricity runs everywhere, but then like cabling for connectivity is not. So with private 5G, you can actually get same quality as you would have like a cabled equipment.
Great to see a simple demonstration like that. I guess we better let you get back to packing your biscuits or whatever you're doing. Ken, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's still busy on the Fujitsu stand at MWC 22 in Barcelona. In fact, so busy, I've decided to have a little sit down because maybe I'm not feeling very well. Now, fortunately, thanks to Fujitsu, help is at hand. With me, I have Carmen and I have Javier from Fujitsu. And let's imagine that I am in a remote village. I'm nowhere near the doctor and I need help. You can help with this through Fujitsu and your systems, can't you? Tell us what we've got here and how I can contact the doctor.
We have an application that connects the people who live in small areas with the doctor who lives anywhere.
So we're now calling the doctor up.
Yeah.
Right, and we're going to see there what the doctor sees. So we've simulated that. And how important is this?
We are making closer the doctor and the patient. We are taking advantage of the 5G technology in order to do that.
And this is important because this works effectively and efficiently over a private 5G enterprise network.
Yeah, with the performance of the 5G technology, private 5G technology, we are allowed to use the bandwidth at the latency that we need in order to do that.
And the exciting thing is that the data from what we do now is passed directly to the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to measure your heart rate and also your oxygen level in real time.
In real time.
In real time. And straight away, that data is being transferred via your 5G network to the doctor. So I have what, a heartbeat of 78?
78, and oxygen 98. I think you're good.
I am alive, think I'm good. All right. I mean, a very simple example there, but presumably there's a lot more can be done with this in terms of medical help. What other data could be used and in what way can patients be helped?
For example, the temperature with this device, the tension, the blood pressure. So all these measures can be sent to in real time, and the doctor analyzes them and can really advise you or predicts for you a medicine or whatever.
Right, so it's out there now, it's available to be spread on the 5G network, and it's a Fujitsu innovation that could really make a difference. At the Fujitsu stand at MWC 22 in Barcelona, there's always some intriguing words pop up. Vision picking. Do you know what it means? Masayuki, you know what it means, and you know what its relevance is to Fujitsu. Tell us.
Okay, so in the warehouse, sometimes it's very hard to find the right box to pick. So using the headset, and it indicated where is there your right box to pick.
So the real advantage of this then is there's no more following bits of paper trying to work out where things are.
Exactly.
The headset is going to tell you.
Yeah.
Do you want to pop it on and show us what that means?
Okay. So put the headset here.
Tell us what you can see.
So I can see the menu button right now. Then to put the button on here's the menu here. So I put the assigned button here, and then to select what the boxes what I should pick up here right now. Then I can see the blue arrow to pick up. So where is the boxes I should pick up right now? So now
in this demonstration we've just put the box down there.
Yeah.
But the headset would take you to that.
Yes. So here's my box here. So it's easy to find my box where my box is.
But the point is, in warehouses, these boxes or goods can be completely hidden away, can't they?
Yes, exactly. So there are thousands of boxes. It's very hard to find where is my box to pick up.
And the whole principle of this is that this works on 5G, a 5G private network. How excited are you by this? How important is this?
Okay, so the company saves the time to picking up Also, you can save the paper.
And much better for the people working in the warehouse.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. This has been the place where people met, had conversations, shared ideas, and started working together. All that on Fujitsu's stand at MWC 22, Barcelona.